Hey everyone, welcome to Sportville, episode 69. Um, Back at it with another one, Low Gangsters. Sorry, I don't know why I said that, but there's quite a bit of news actually to cover in this Sportville. I have World here, of course. How
Yep.
you doing, World?
Good. How about you?
Good, good. I'm even better because Noah is not here for today.
Yes. Noah, the negative Nancy, the contrarian, is not here.
Yeah,
Thank God.
he got arrested. Actually, it's kind of bad.
Yee.
Hopefully he gets out eventually. We'll see. Not paying his bill. Yikes. But let's just start off quickly. Uh, the first contract that came out was Tua. Tua got a what was it, 4 year, $53 million a year contract. Absolutely nuts. Was it an overpay? Yes. Is that the QB market? Yes. Um, he is now like the fifth highest paid or fourth highest paid quarterback, and he's making just as much as Jared Goff, which I kind of have them in the same range, but it does make me curious how they're going to be able to afford Tua and all those players they have on the Dolphins, um, while they still like need to improve. But World, do you think it's an underpay, overpay, or just right?
I think it's an overpay because I don't think he's that good. Because, if you watch, this past season, he's made some pretty bad mistakes, like just tripping on air, fumbling the snap. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he's a left-handed quarterback as well, and left-handed quarterbacks are kind of risky.
Yeah,
Um,
and he's had some very scary injury issues too
yeah, he has a
with his head.
lengthy injury history,
Yeah,
but
he's
you know,
had so many concussions. That's a little scary to me, but
and honestly, Dolphins had to shed salary this past off season. Like they cut Xavier Howard and they just let Christian Wilkins go for nothing. So um,
let everyone go kind of
they're
close.
kind of in a rough situation. But as a Pats fan, that's good for me because they are a rival. So
Yeah. They did get a Jordan Poyer, which was a good signing.
yeah, that's a solid
Still,
signing.
I mean, I still think they should have saved money for Christian Wilkins. I think he's a top defensive
Yeah,
lineman.
they'd even tag and trade him. They just let him go for nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I don't understand that, but yeah. So Tua's contract it's an overpaid for sure. Is it worth it? I don't think so. But it's just like freaking the NFL position markets are just ridiculous right now. I think right now it's either or actually, I'll talk about that later in when we talk about the next contract. But the markets are absolutely nuts. They're crazy right now. So he did get a market value signing. Either way, it's still an overpay because he's taking up like a bunch of like 20% of their cap space or whatever, which is absurd. I think he is top 12 at best. Um, and I'm not that high on Tua, to be honest. But we'll see if this contract pans out. If he gets injured, they gave him a lot of guaranteed money, which is concerning. But yeah, so the next contract, and really the main biggest contract, is Jordan Love is now the highest paid NFL player of all time. He just got a tad bit more than Burrow and a tad bit more guaranteed money than Burrow did, making him the highest paid player in NFL history, which is nuts to say that Aaron Rodgers' backup is the highest paid um, player of all time, making more than uh, Mahomes, Burrow, Jared Goff, uh, freaking Brady, Peyton Manning. The list goes on and on. Was this an overpay? In my opinion, yes. World, what do you think?
Absolutely, and I think they did it way too soon. I think they should have waited and see how he performed this season, just in case the last season was like a one season wonder. Because last year was his first, um, season as a starter because of Aaron Rodgers, and there were some times where you thought the Packers might not make it to the playoffs. They had to beat the Bears in like the last week of the season to get in. And, he had some good moments, he had some bad moments. So, um, what if this contract gets through his head and he ends up having a really disappointing season and just goes downhill? Like, that's a huge risk.
Yeah,
Like, I would have at least waited another year and then paid him. And I think him being the highest paid player in the history of the NFL is kind of wild to me.
yeah. It really doesn't. It really didn't sink in for like that. He's freaking making more money than any other NFL player ever until
Yeah.
like freaking day after. But yeah, I agree with you, World. I've been saying the exact same thing all off season, because we've been hearing about a contract in works really all off season, and
Yeah.
it finally got done. He's the highest paid player of all time. Now, I was thinking from the start of the offseason that the Packers, even if he gets pissed off a little bit that he doesn't get a contract, they should absolutely, absolutely wait for him, because even if the market goes up a little bit, it's worth paying him a few extra million than paying a bust of a quarterback 55 million a year and being set into that contract. That's what happened with the Giants at a lesser scale. But Daniel Jones had one good season, and Jordan Love, let's not forget, most people, including myself, at week 5 was calling him a bust. And then after that, he went crazy and he had a great season. I'm not going to lie. And he did have a much better season than Daniel Jones' good season was. I'm not saying that either. But either way, you overpay on a quarterback after one good season. That is not reliable to me, and I'm concerned about that. I would have waited. Yeah, he would have been mad. I understand that. But if he has another good season, then yeah, pay him 57 million. I'd rather pay him 57 million than wait, or I'd rather pay him 57 million than pay a potential bust 55 million. Do I think he will be a bust? Absolutely not. I love Jordan Love. I think he'll be a good quarterback. But I think the risk is definitely there. And personally, I wouldn't have done that. The thing about the markets right now, though, is they're just wild. As I was saying earlier, they're crazy because it just seems if you're an elite level player at that position, then you're going to be the highest paid player. Like, nobody's saying Jordan Love is better than Mahomes or Burrow or Lamar or Allen. They're not saying he's better than any of those guys, but it's just the way the market rides. Nobody's saying when CeeDee Lamb and Jamar get a contract, there's nobody saying that Jamar and CeeDee Lamb are better than Justin Jefferson when they end up getting paid probably more than Jefferson does. It's just the way the market is right now, and it's a dumb market. It's a stupid market. I couldn't agree more with that, but it's just like the way it is right now, and it's absolutely nuts. So that's why we're getting all these big overpays, and like something needs to change because quarterbacks cannot be taking up this much of the cap space if it keeps going up like how it is. Like Dak is going to get 60 million a year next year for sure. Um, Brock Purdy is going to get like even more than Dak, so like 63 maybe, which is absolutely nuts. And eventually they'll keep building up to 100 million a year. Eventually, not saying now or whatever, but yeah, it's going to get up to 100 million in cap space. So something needs to change. I've been hearing a lot of things about NFL talking about having a separate quarterback cap space, which I don't understand how that would work at all. But if you could make it make sense, I think that's a great idea. I think what would be even better with how receiver markets are going, a receiving cap space, I think would be even better, just because this is absolutely nuts. And maybe we even set a maximum, like to a quarterback contract, like how the NBA does it. Like maybe we just put in max deals because this is getting kind of insane what players are getting. Um, but there was one other. Oh yeah, World. You want to talk about this a little bit? Julian Peppers, the
Jabril Peppers,
star
yeah.
safety, got an extension, 3 year, $30 million deal. Do you want to talk about that at all?
It's all right, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's a good safety, and I think it's a good value signing. I mean, $10 million a year for I like a above average, actually even more above average, like a really good strong safety contract. I think it's good. He's making few million dollars less than the top of his market, so I think it's a good value signing for the Patriots. And I will admit that Patriots defense is getting a lot better. I love Christian Gonzalez. I like Matthew Judon. I think Patriots will give him an extension at some point. I'd be surprised if they didn't. And then they got what's your defensive tackle's name?
Barmore, which
Oh, wait,
got
is
some
he the one
news
that got
about.
the blood?
Yeah, I
blood
got some
clot?
news about him. He got diagnosed with blood clots. Thankfully, they treated it right away. Don't know how long he's going to be out for, but prayers up to him. Hopefully, recover soon. And yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
that's really
unfortunate.
concerning. You don't wish that upon any player or person, unless it's Noah Marinara. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, prayers for him. Blood clots are serious, so wish him the best. But he is a good defensive tackle. Um, and who's your other good cornerback? You have another good corner.
Got Gonzalez, got Jonathan Jones, got Marcus
Jonathan Jones.
Jones.
That's it. Jonathan Jones. He's a good corner. He's like 28, I think.
Yeah,
Good corner. Yeah, that Patriots defense is building up. Just gotta add weapons and offense line to that offense and
yeah.
pray that Drake May ends up working out. But yeah, but that defense definitely is going in the right direction. Potentially, you want to trade Matthew Judon because is 31-year-old Matthew Judon going to be there in a few years when you guys are Super Bowl contenders? I don't know. Well, do you think Patriots should trade Matthew Judon eventually?
I think they should just extend him. I don't know why it's taking so long. You've extended all these other players, but you're not extending your best player. It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, he's getting up there in age, and it's not like he's like going to sit out this season until he gets paid. He even said, like, I signed a contract, my signature's on it. I'm going to play regardless, so that's a good thing. So maybe they'll
Matthew Judon's a good guy. He really is.
Maybe they're just gonna wait and see how he does because he's coming off an injury from last year, and see how he performs well and see what they want to do from there. But yeah, he is getting older, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
But it would suck
Just
to see
played
him go
linebacker.
because I love his energy. He's a fun player to watch, so it would suck to see him go. But you got to do what's best for the team. So
He does play outside linebacker, and outside linebackers tend to stay in the league a few more years at a high level. So, yeah, I think Patriots should extend him or at least get value for him. But yeah, one or the other. And yeah, the other thing I want to talk about is I want to hear, well, both of ours, but I want to hear your Super Bowl contenders. Who you think has a legitimate chance at winning the Super Bowl this year that you would bet money on? Like you're narrowed down, like whatever number it is.
Well, obviously the Chiefs because Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
Bengals, Joe Burrow, and Jamar Chase. And I think they have to win this year because you still got T. Higgins on the roster for like 1 year. So I think you got to win now.
one and done with him.
Ravens still. They almost made the Super Bowl last year, but of course, Chiefs. Even without Ayuk, the Niners, the Lions,
Lions.
Texans, maybe. Depends on how they do. Although Stephon Diggs just punched one of his teammates, so I don't know what happened there.
Oh, I saw that. And freaking Dalton Schultz and
Yeah.
Derek Stingley got into it too.
Yeah, so that chemistry could be a problem. Bills, maybe. Depends on how Josh Allen does. Jets, maybe. Depends on if Aaron Rodgers can perform well or not. He is coming off an injury. Let's see what else. Eagles, their
Eagles.
offense looks really good. Green Bay, maybe. I think that's kind of a stretch though, but probably like those teams are like teams that I think could definitely win the Super Bowl.
I have the exact same list. Earlier I was gonna freaking say all of it, but yeah. I wanted to make a little rant about the Bengals real quickly. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
the Bengals, people are saying aren't Super Bowl contenders because they don't have a top 5 roster. I agree with you. They don't have a top 5 roster. Were they a top 5 roster when they went to the Super Bowl? No. Were they a top 5 roster when they went to the AFC Championship and almost won? No. So, Bengals have never been a top 5 roster, and they won't continue to be. But it only matters if Burrow performs because Burrow, we all know, he's the second best player in the NFL. Oh, he's quarterback in the NFL. Stupid list. Lamar's not better than him. Josh Allen's not better than him. Frick those guys. But
I agree.
I'm hoping that the Bengals get a Super Bowl this year. T. Higgins has said, he's a good human being. He has a good mind to it. He says, what did he say? He said, God, I'm freaking sounding like Joe Biden right now. T. Higgins said, I'm not happy with his contract, obviously, but the situation is what it is, and I'm excited to play with these guys again. I don't want to leave this organization, and we're going to have our best year yet this year. So he's all in, and the goal is to win the Super Bowl this year. That's the only goal the Bengals roster has in mind. We're set. We're veterans. We've got a veteran team now. When we went to the Super Bowl, most star players were in their rookie or second year, and now we're veterans now. Well, they are veterans now, and they're getting ready for the best year yet, hopefully. And I think the goal is the Super Bowl this year for sure. And yeah, we've never had this good of a team. Yes, we had Joe Mixon. Yes, we had Jesse Bates, but we replaced those guys pretty well. And it really comes down to a lot of the 50-50 guys. Is Zach Moss going to be good? Is Chase Brown going to be good? I'm really hoping Chase Brown's good. I absolutely love Chase Brown. But is Geno Stone going to be as good as he was last year? Then he's a good Jesse Bates replacement. Got more interceptions than last year. Then is Chase Brown or Zach Moss a suitable Joe Mixon replacement? I think they very well both could be. And the Mike Gesicki signing is also another 50-50. But I also think he will turn out really good, as well as Jermaine Burton replacing Tyler Boyd. So, it does come down to a lot of 50-50s. It is nerve-wracking. Hopefully our cornerback room performs as well, too. There's definitely some gaps in the team, but we were never the best roster, and we will continue to not be the best roster. But we can be the best team in the NFL. So, yeah. What's up, Hoop 2K? Absolute legend. Bengals fan. Absolutely amazing. Another thing I want to talk about is the Team USA Olympics, or the Olympics has started, and USA basketball already destroying Serbia. Freaking Serbia is freaking trash without Jokic. My gosh. Yeah. Freaking, what was the stat I said? It was like when Jokic was playing.
It was like 81, and then it was like 9 to like 30 something. I don't even remember.
Golly. So
Jokic
is the only one that carries that team, and he carries them very well. But he can't play all the time, and that's what it comes down to. But Team USA is winning the whole thing, obviously. We better. If we don't, I'm going to be mad. And, the Olympics as a whole started. It's nice having the Olympics back on just because it's running all day, and you can just turn it on and freaking watch. Some dudes throw what's that, water polo or whatever, where you throw the ball.
Whatever it was.
I don't even know what it is. It's just nice to have on. I don't really care about anything but the basketball. Watched the whole basketball game. Team USA played great. The biggest shocker was Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton had 0 minutes. I was disappointed by that. I know I hate on Jason Tatum quite a bit. It's as a joke though. It's because of the Celtics. It's not because of him personally. But he definitely is a star player on that team, let alone the NBA. So I think he should be getting minutes. But if Team USA wins, either way, I'm happy. Even if that means like Curry's not playing, if that means Jason Tatum's not playing, as long as Team USA is winning, I'm happy. But of course, Curry did play, and Curry is playing. I'm sorry, I know I'm glazing. Curry had his greatest defensive performance this game. My gosh, if you look at it, he's like locking up people left and right. He's stealing the ball. He's causing turnovers left and right. He is out of his mind on defense. And his weakness is his defense, and now he's playing out of his mind on defense. If, they just gave him the ball more, he'd be scoring more. He only had 11 points this game, unfortunately. Don't worry, he will have more. He was absolutely cooking in the exhibition games. But I do expect Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton to have a bigger role in the next few games. World, what do you think of Team USA?
I think it's kind of wild that Tatum's teammates Derek White and Drew Holiday are getting minutes over him. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
And I watched that exhibition game against Canada, and I was confused. I'm like, why are you starting Drew Holiday at small forward? It doesn't make sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense. And that game was getting scrappy because Dylan Brooks was on Canada, and he and LeBron have a rivalry.
Dylan Brooks is such an a-hole. I will I hate that. He's always walking through people's interviews, pissing people off.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously, they have, they have a god squad. You got Curry, Edwards, LeBron, KD. KD's finally playing. Took him forever to get on the roster. Anthony Davis, I think Bam's on the team. Sucks that Kawhi dropped out because I love Kawhi. I think the roster is pretty good. It would have been nice if Paulo got on the roster because he can technically play for USA, but
I don't understand a few of the roster spots. I don't know how Damian Lillard or Trae Young or Jalen Brunson isn't on the team as opposed to I'm not saying this is an offense to the Celtics, but over Derek White is this crazy to me.
Yeah.
The only way that makes sense is what I've heard is Derek White's a role player and the other guys aren't. I understand that, but come on, you're telling me you'd rather have Derek White on your team over Jalen Brunson? I don't know. That just seems kind of crazy to me, especially with Jalen Brunson and having the season he had, and Dame having the career he had, and Trae Young is willing to step into Team USA. We know for sure. So, kind of crazy to me, but it is what it is. It's still, if Team USA wins, that's all that matters. I believe the next game's Tuesday. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's Tuesday. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't look it up. Don't believe me. But I'm excited for it. I'm gonna hopefully watch every Team USA basketball game. That's the goal right now. But yeah, I also want to take a special shout out to somebody that was left off Team USA as well. That is the GOAT.
They took him off the court to put him even closer to the locker room.
Wait, did you hear it, World?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't freaking hear. Because after all that, okay, good. All right, that's it.
Let's see.
Cat definitely shouldn't have been left off Team USA. But also want to point out, College Football 25 is out. It is an amazing game. I freaking love it. I've played way too much of it. Absolutely love it. Great game. As well as Madden 25 ratings come out this week. And I know
got gameplay trailer too.
Oh yeah, gameplay trailer as well. I know it's going to piss me off because as soon as the Bengals have a bad season or an injured season, They just freaking constantly hate on him. And last year, Madden 24, the start of the year, was the first time the Bengals were not disrespected by Madden. They were a 90 overall team. Jamar and Burrow were X factors, and then they took that away. They made Burrow superstar after he got hurt. They made Jamar back down to 93, Burrow down to 93. They barely bumped Trey Hendrickson up after he had a ridiculous season. So it is frustrating to me that, it's going to happen again. But I know Madden is going to put Banks at like an 83 again, and it's going to take a few seasons to build that back up and have them be higher than the Ravens because they're better than the Ravens. I'm sorry, they are. And Lamar is not a 98 overall. I'm sorry, he's just not. Yeah, he won MVP twice. His last MVP season, this MVP season, was one of the worst MVP seasons in the past 20 years. That's just the stat. A few stat predictions, or a few overall predictions. In the 99 club, I got Mahomes, obviously, CMC, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson. And I know the 99 club technically came out. It's not real, though. And then 5th, Trent Williams. I think that's good. I may be forgetting someone. No, I think that's it. 5. Who's your 99 club predictions for Madden 25?
Well, obviously Mahomes should be up there. Justin Jefferson should be up there. Tyreek Hill probably should be up there. I'm trying to think of some defensive players that should be up there, but I'm not really sure though.
Yeah. Pat Surtain will eventually be up there. Maybe
yeah, at some point. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I guess you can make a case for Burrow being a 99. I think he should be like a 97 or 97 to 99 at least.
Yeah, Burrow should be like a 97. Lamar should be a 95. Josh Allen should be a 97.
Yeah, Lamar being like a 99, 98 is a bit too high in my opinion. Like, he should be like a 95 or a 96. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think those will be adjusted next season. Madden 26 will be the best Madden ever because the Bengals will have hopefully just come off a Super Bowl. Burrow will be a 98 or 97, whatever. He's the second highest rated quarterback.
It depends on how this Madden does because 2025 EA loses the rights, and if the game doesn't do good, then NFL might want a new company to work with. 2K. I don't know what happened to him. You good, dude? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry.
All right.
But yeah, the 99 club or Madden 26 will hopefully be a good Madden. Bengals ratings will hopefully be up. Jamar and Burrow and Trey Hendrickson will all hopefully be 3 X factors. That'd be incredible. But there's one other thing.
Real quick regarding Team USA, their next game is July 31st against South Sudan, whatever that is.
Oh, South Sudan.
Yeah.
That's okay. So Wednesday, I was wrong. Wednesday, South Sudan. We destroyed them we didn't really destroy them, but we beat them in the exhibition games. Hopefully we'll win. I'd be shocked if we lost.
And then after that is August 3rd against Puerto Rico.
Okay, I see. Also, frick Adam Schefter, by the way. Hate that guy. I'm just gonna love Adam Schefter still. But he's been falsely reporting Jamar Chase that he's saying he's skipping training camp when Zach Taylor literally said in an interview that he is just taking it slow to training camp because Adam Schefter is claiming he's skipping training camp for contract issues, which is not the case. So for Adam Schefter for that. I still love Adam Schefter though. But the people that are sitting out for training camp is Trent Williams, which we didn't even know he was mad about his contract before all this.
He's getting old though.
Yeah, he's getting old.
He's getting up there in age.
I don't know if he'll end up getting a contract with the Niners. Niners are freaking, oh my gosh, it's going to be so beautiful. Niners are so screwed in 3 years. They got so many contracts due. They paid Christian McCaffrey $19 million a year. They're going to have to pay Brock all this money. They'll have to pay Kittle, Fred Warner. They're already paying Nick Bosa a hell of a lot of money. Debo, Ayuk. They're not going to be able to pay them a lot of Niners.
Ayuk wants $30 million, which I think that's ridiculous, but
yeah,
whatever.
A lot of players are going to go into free agency via the Niners, to be honest. Another sit out is CeeDee Lamb. He has not been to training camp. I would expect him to get a contract. It seems like, or get a contract by the start of preseason. Simply just because it seems like he's what's the word? They're just actively negotiating a contract, and it's a pretty set in contract. He's gonna get it paid around the same as Jefferson, maybe even a little more. Unfortunately, the Bengals aren't getting Jamar's contract done immediately, which they would, because it'll be cheaper either way if they get him done before CeeDee Lamb. So I hope Jamar's contract gets done before CeeDee Lamb, and Evan McPherson's contract gets done this offseason too. But what it's looking like is Jamar is going to get a contract next offseason, and T. Higgins will enter free agency. That's what it's looking like right now. But I think I'll end Sportville here. World, do you have anything left to say?
No, that's pretty much it. NFL soon, because July is almost over. So preseason, like late August or something. Already, so time's gone by fast, and go Team USA,
Go Team USA. College football is less than a month away, so we got NFL, we got college football, all coming back soon. I'm so excited. I can't wait. We should start before school, but whatever. Yeah, it's back. Football is almost back. We're almost there. So excited. Basketball will be back soon. Prime Sports is almost back. And it's been too long since football. Basketball seems like it's still going because the Team USA is kind of funny. But,
yeah.
We're almost back.
The Summer League just wrapped up too.
Oh, yeah. MLB. And then we got NHL will all be back. So we're almost in the prime sport zone again. Absolutely cannot wait. Thank you all for watching this Sportville. And by the fine words of Karl Anthony Towns, we'll leave it off here.
More game. Crazy because after all that, they took him off the court to put him even closer to the locker room.